Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining Candid Meena every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. And thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do hit the like button, share with friends, and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. Jaydev joins me in this session. Welcome, Jaydev.
Good evening to all the viewers once again.
Yeah. So the latest news is that an inquiry has been ordered into Param Bir Singh Sachin Wazi's meeting. Maharashtra Home Minister Dilip Walse Patel on Tuesday ordered an inquiry into the meeting between former Mumbai Police Commissioner Param Bir Singh and dismissed police officer Sachin Waze after the former appeared in front of the Chandiwal Inquiry Commission on Monday. Mr. Singh's use of government vehicle for his movements within the city has also come under the scanner and will be investigated. Sachin Waze is in judicial custody and as per rules, he is not supposed to meet anyone. I've instructed Mumbai Police Commissioner Hemant Nagarale to probe the matter, said Valse Patel, adding that Waze can be met only with permission from the court, which Singh has not secured. It is wrong on the part of Paramveer Singh to use the official vehicle. He is not even on duty and facing very serious charges. This matter will be probed as well, he added. The meeting between the two, who are co accused in an extortion case and also being investigated in the case, the explosive laden car was found near a house, the house of industrialist Mukesh Ambani, took place in a room adjoining the office of Justice Chandiwal Commission, which is investigating the allegations of corruption leveled by Mr. Singh against former Home Minister Anil Deshmukh. Mr. Deshmukh's lawyer, who first spotted the meeting, raised an objection. Political parties have already demanded action against the police officers who let this happen. The former CP, Mumbai CP, who is now the DG Home Guards, returned to Mumbai last week after vanishing for months. He appeared after getting a rap by Supreme Court and has since been presenting himself in front of police and judicial authorities to join the investigation against him in several cases of extortion. Now, here, Jaydev, see what is very amusing is that the same government that allows them to meet, which is the MVA, says that they are going to conduct an inquiry. It's so funny. Everybody is, hand in glove, and they're saying that they will also investigate what happened when they facilitated it. It's so strange, and it's so, demeaning. No value for anything. Someone like Paramveer Singh walks in as though he's coming into a park, and he meets Waze, and they exchange whatever they have to say so that when they question, they are on the same line. So this is all obstructing justice. Where are where are the people who say that this should be done by so many judges say that this and that. Why aren't they watching this? It's very strange. Yeah, back to you, Jim.
It seems like a fixed match
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
cricket.
They're so used to it. Everything is fixed for them. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, Samir Wankhede is facing the brunt of this whole drama,
Yeah.
be it from Nawab Malik or
See,
from
it is
yeah,
Jaydev. It's just like Kali Yuga. See, a righteous officer who's a patriot,
yes,
someone like Samir Wankhede, is being thrown here and there, attacked, his family attacked, and everything. And while people like this Rajiv Shukla, see who is the top in the BCCI, nothing happens even after such a big sex scandal. He's not even asked to resign. This is really what you say, Kali Yuga, where people like Nawab Malik can get away, and people like Samir Wankhede, who has worked and given his life for his job, are persecuted. Yeah.
yeah. So coming to Nawab Malik, now the Bombay High Court grants Nawab Malik and seven others 6 weeks time to file their reply in a rupees 1,000 crore defamation suit. Now, it's like the bank represented by advocate Akhilesh Chaubey told the court that between July 1st and 4th, a number of defamatory hoardings containing baseless, shocking, and defamatory statements against the bank were put up at intersections in Mumbai, viewed by lakhs of Mumbai people. The bank claimed that these hoardings have seriously jeopardized their reputation. Now, further, the bank stated that they had sent notices to Nawab Malik and others on the matter. Malik, in his reply, denied putting up these posters at the said locations, and the bank here is Mumbai District Central Cooperative Bank. That's the bank which has, filed this defamation suit, and it's so the bank stated that they have sent notices to Nawab Malik and others on the matter. Malik, in his reply, denied putting up these posters at the said locations, and in fact asked the bank to withdraw the notice, and that there's no question of Malik making a public apology on this particular issue. Now, the reply by Malik is in any manner connected or involved with the installation of the said hoardings. That's what the lawyer said. And my client, Nawab Malik, states that the bank is trying to involve my client in some controversy by imputing false allegations against my client. Now, according to the bank, Nawab Malik and others have made scathing and defamatory remarks with the intention of maligning and degrading their image. It is prima facie with the intention to harm the reputation and integrity of the bank. But by the said hoardings, the image of the bank is sought to be tarnished before the public at large, thereby harming the bank's operation and business. The impression sought to be created by Nawab Malik and others in the minds of the public at large is that the bank is corrupt and that their deposits are not safe. This is what the defamation suit read. Now, the plea prays that Malik and others be directed to forthwith post a complete and unconditional apology to the bank and retraction of the allegations made against the bank by putting up hoardings at the same places where the defamatory hoardings were put up. Now, the suit also prayed that each of the defendants, that is Malik and the others, jointly or several, be ordered and decreed to pay to the plaintiff a sum of, rupees 1,000 crores, or each or such other sum as the court may deem just and proper as a way of damages to the reputation of the bank. So yeah, this is another one in
Yeah.
Nawab
What
Malik's
is
cap.
strange? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is strange is that everybody else is corrupt except Nawab Malik and his party. Banks are corrupt. People are corrupt. Sabir Wankhede is corrupt. Kangana is corrupt. Everybody is corrupt except he and his party. They are washed in milk. You know, they are so holy that people should worship them. Okay. NIA is protecting Param Bir Singh in Sachin Waze case is what the NCP alleges. As per the NIA's charge sheet in Antilia bomb scare case, a cyber expert told it that from former Mumbai Police Commissioner Param Bir Singh asked him to modify a report during the initial probe. The NCP on Wednesday alleged that the NIA was protecting former Mumbai Police Commissioner Param Bir Singh in the Antilia bomb scare case. As per the NIA's charge sheet, in the case of the SUV with explosives found near industrial Mukesh Ambani's house, a cyber expert told said that Singh asked him to modify a report during the initial probe. As per the NIA charge sheet, Singh paid the expert rupees 5 lakhs to create bogus evidence, claimed NCP spokesperson and Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik here. It was Singh who brought expelled Sachin Waze back into the police force and gave him key cases. Still, Singh's name is not in the charge sheet, he told reporters. The NIA has arrested Waze and 9 others in the case. We always suspected that Singh was the mastermind of Antilia case. And Singh, on the instructions from the BJP, leveled allegations against the State Home Minister Anil Deshmukh to malign his image, Malik alleged. The Central Probe Agency, under the pressure of Union government, concealed several uncomfortable facts in its charge sheet, he claimed, after a vehicle with gelatin sticks was found near Antilia on February 25th. Deshmukh had made a statement in the assembly based on information given by Singh. Malik said the IPS officer deliberately misled Deshmukh as well as Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, he alleged. Param Bir Singh was shunted out from the post of Mumbai Police Commissioner after Waze was arrested. Singh then accused Deshmukh, an NCP leader, of corruption, leading to the latter resigning as Home Minister in April. As per the NIA's charge sheet, a cyber expert who had worked with Delhi police told Singh that a telegram channel on which an outfit called Jaish el Hind claimed responsibility for a blast outside Israel's embassy was found to be linked to a mobile number used from inside the Tihar jail. Singh allegedly asked him to write a similar report and insert a poster which had appeared on another Telegram channel where Jaish ul Hind purportedly claimed responsibility for the Antillia bomb scare. Telegram channel of Jaish ul Hind, identified and resolved by me, was different from the one in which the poster had appeared. The one resolved by me had only 3 to 4 members, and there was no poster related to Antillia terror scare on that channel, as per the cyber expert's statement in the charge sheet. Back to you.
Yeah. So now, with regards to the Aryan Khan drug case, now it's like very funny that the Confederation of All India Traders, which is the CAIT, has demanded the arrest of Amazon officials in connection with the seizure of 720 kgs of marijuana by the Madhya Pradesh police earlier this month. Now, in an earlier, so these traders want the Madhya Pradesh cops to act against the Amazon officials, and they referred to the case of Aryan Khan case because there was, as you know, like a lot of errors, including Aryan Khan. So they wanted the MP cops to take action against these Amazon officials. Now, in a statement issued on Sunday, the CAIT alleged discriminatory treatment by the authorities in drug trafficking cases registered under the NDPS Act. Now, the traders' body drew comparisons with the Aryan Khan case and said the authorities should show similar promptness in the Madhya Pradesh case as well. It called upon the Union Home Minister Amit Shah to look upon the issue. Since the NDPS laws empower central government agencies to coordinate with the state governments and the authorities. Now, on 14 November, Madhya Pradesh police registered a case under the NDPS Act after it seized marijuana in the Bind district. The prohibited substance was supplied through an e-commerce portal. Now, Amazon is yet to publicly comment on this issue, but had in a previous statement said it was investigating whether there was any non-compliance by the seller. Now, following the leads in this case, the Andhra Pradesh police recovered 48 kgs of ganja at Visakhapatnam and arrested 3 people who sold marijuana across the country through Amazon. Now, though the case is registered in Bind under Section 38 of the NDPS Act, names Amazon for facilitating the supply, CAIT said. The police have not yet arrested anyone employed with the e-portal. Now, it speaks of the sorry state of affairs for a sensational and critical matter related to drug trafficking, read the body statement. And CAIT National President Bhartiya pointed out the alleged discrimination by police agencies. He said while the NCB did not waste time in arresting Aryan Khan on the basis of a WhatsApp chat, in the case of against Amazon, the police have made no arrest despite naming company officials. Now, CAIT Secretary General Praveen added that the NDPS law empowers the investigative agency to arrest a person without a warrant if any person produces, possesses, sells, purchases, warehouses, transports, imports, or exports a prohibited substance to and from one state to another. Now, non-action on the part of the state police clearly shows discriminatory treatment between the citizens, he said. Instead of arresting the Amazon officials, the MP police preferred to give them notice and waited for Amazon to reply. Now, under the NDPS Act, there's no provision of any notice. There cannot be 2 different treatments under the law, as the Constitution of India guarantees right to equality, added Khandelwal. Now, Amazon's response to the notice further indicates defiance of rules meant for e-portals, CAIT claimed. Now, CAIT statement claimed that in its reply filed to the MP police, Amazon said that there are 6 companies enrolled as sellers who are selling marijuana under the guise of stevia dry leaves. This is ample reflection of Amazon's involvement since it is obligatory for an e-commerce portal to do a mandatory KYC of the sellers, it alleged. Bharatiya and Khandelwal lauded the ED's recent move to issue summons to Amazon on the basis of findings by the Delhi High Court and urged the agency to look into the violation of PMLA, which is Prevention of Money Laundering Act by Amazon, while carrying out a sale of marijuana on their e-commerce portal. So this is very, I mean, this is very shocking. Like a website like Amazon,
Yeah,
selling marijuana under the guise of stevia dry leaves.
yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah.
just imagine
Yes,
if an
Karthik. It's
unknown,
a natural sweetener.
yeah, if an unknown person is buying this in Amazon, which is supposed to be the leader in e-commerce portals in the world, right? So, I mean,
But you
like they should be
remember, see,
taken,
there were
yeah,
some cases, Jaydev, earlier where these people, see, where some people had
mm,
ordered some stuff from Amazon and they were sent
yes,
some a white substance, which was actually a soap powder. So it could have
mm,
easily been, drugs. You never know. So there is something going on. It's very serious, and these people need to be penalized for that.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah. Moving on to another piece of news. The court grants bail to Nawab Malik in BJP workers' defamation suit. Nawab Malik on Monday appeared before the Metropolitan Magistrate Court pursuant to summons issued to him for the defamation suit hearing. In Mumbai, an additional chief metropolitan magistrate, the ACMM, at Mazgaon on Monday granted bail to Minority Development Minister Nawab Malik in connection with the defamation complaint filed against him by BJP worker Mohit Bhartiya. The NCP leader on Monday appeared before the Metropolitan Magistrate uh, Court pursuant to summons issued to him. When the ACMM Parvez Mokashi asked Malik about the allegations leveled against him, he claimed, I have not defamed anybody. I have evidence and will produce the same before the court. Bharti alleged that Malik, in a television interview after the cruise ship drug bust case, had said that Bhartiya's brother in law, Rishabh Sachdeva, was also on board the cruise when it was searched by a Narcotics Control Bureau team led by the agency's zonal director, Samir Wankhede, on October 2nd. However, Malik added that due to Bhartiya's influence, Sachdeva was let go. Malik also allegedly said that Bhartiya met Wankhede on October 7th at an undisclosed location. He said that he would circulate the video clip of the meeting, but it never saw the light of day. Bhartiya said that Malik misused his dominant position of being a cabinet minister to target the NCB, as the agency had arrested and is prosecuting his son in law in a drugs case. Faizar merchant, who had argued for Mohit Bhartiya, submitted that Malik maligned the image of his client and defamed him. On the other hand, Malik's counsel, Ramesh Dubey Patel, argued that several complaints had been filed against Bharatiya as he had defrauded people to the tune of 1.100 crores, and after the fraud changed his name from Mohit Kamboj to Mohit Bharatiya. NCB officer, yeah. In the next piece of news, we have more on Samir Wankhede. So, yeah, we can speak about that, Jaydev.
Yeah. So Samir Wankhede, as you know, like for the past few months, he's been, facing a lot of harassment from MVA and Nawab Malik in particular. So now, Samir Wankhede was summoned by the Mumbai Caste Certification Panel, and the Caste Certificate Verification Committee of Mumbai has summoned Wankhede to be present on December 14th to join the ongoing inquiry into his caste certificate. Now, Beam Army leader Ashok Kamble had filed a complaint with the Mumbai District Caste Verification Committee against Wankhede for allegedly forging documents and presenting himself as member of the Hindu Mahar community to secure the government job. Now, we presented all the documents to the committee and asked it to take up the matter further. The committee told us that Mr. Wankhede will be asked to depose before it on December 14th. This is what Mr. Kamble had said. And NCP leader and Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik also alleged that Mr. Wankhede, a Muslim, used a fake caste certificate to secure a government job. Now, Mr. Wankhede and his family have, as you know, like denied the allegation. So the first hearing in the matter was held on Tuesday. The complainants, represented by Advocate Nitin Satpute, presented Mr. Wankade's caste certificate and attested copies of his birth certificate. So it is like continuous sort of back-to-back, allegations and systematic harassment against Samir Wankade, like the way they did to Arnab, right?
Yes, exactly. Meanwhile, when heroes like Samir Wankhede are attacked with a million arrows, there's another very tainted person who's going to become the ambassador. Now, let's you speak about that. Very honored is what Sanjay Dutt says, as Arunachal Pradesh government appoints him as brand ambassador. Now, the actor pens a gratitude note. Actor Sanjay Dutt, who has been appointed as the brand ambassador for the government of Arunachal Pradesh, took to Instagram and shared pictures. He has been appointed as the brand ambassador for the government of Arunachal Pradesh. The actor shared pictures with the government officials on Instagram while expressing his gratitude. Apart from Sanjay Dutt, the Arunachal Pradesh government also appointed award-winning filmmaker Rahul Mitra as the brand advisor. Apart from being appointed as the brand ambassador, a media campaign conceptualized and executed by Rahul Mitra Films and shot by ad filmmaker and drummer Pentagram Shiraz Bhattacharya was also unveiled on the special occasion. Sanjay Dutt's picture showed him posing with filmmaker Rahul Mitra, State Chief Minister Pema Khandu, and State Legislative Assembly Speaker Pasang Dorji Sona. All of them could be seen standing on a staircase while posing for the camera, expressing gratitude in the caption that said, "Very honored to be appointed as the brand ambassador for the government of Arunachal Pradesh. Looking forward to shooting a media campaign with three emirates to celebrate 50 years of statehood. Thank you, CM Pema Khandu ji and Assembly Speaker Pasang Sonaji for the grand welcome." The special announcement by the state government comes on the occasion of the Golden Jubilee celebrations, marking the 50th year of the naming of Arunachal Pradesh. Dutt and Mitra flew specially from Mumbai to Durgapur to attend the event and then reportedly jetted off the picturesque valley of Mechuka. Now, here, what I'd like to say, friends, is that on what basis has he been selected as the ambassador? What are his qualifications? He's married to a Pakistani lady. Perhaps they will also make her the ambassador. I'm not sure. But what are his qualifications is exactly the kind of question we asked when Ekta Kapoor and Karan Johar got Padma Shri awards. For what did they get the awards? God alone knows. They used influence, perhaps, because they have connections till the top. And we know exactly what Ekta Kapoor and Karan Johar are doing to the industry. They are spoiling our youth. And we know what else is happening also. Now, Sanjay Dutt has absolutely no qualifications, except he was in jail for keeping arms in his house. And also, what makes me really upset is he looks more and more, earlier, at least he had a good looks and he passed off as a good actor. But now he looks absolutely scary, So I really don't know what is the basis of this sort of selection. Yeah, back to you, Jaydev.
And he had a history of drug addiction.
Yes. I think that is perhaps the qualification that these people are all looking for.
Possessing arms like AK-47.
Yes.
Then a serial womanizer.
Yeah.
So I don't know what are these the qualifications needed to be the brand ambassador of AP.
This is how you feel.
These are the
And
qualifications
see,
required.
in fact, on Twitter, it has become viral. People are so annoyed.
Yeah. So coming to Kangana Ranaut. Now, Kangana Ranaut crowns herself India's most powerful woman after a plea filed in Supreme Court seeks the censorship of her future post. Now, Kangana Ranaut crowned herself the most powerful woman in India after a plea was filed in the Supreme Court seeking for her for future social media posts to be censored, amended, or modified before being shared online. So Kangana Ranaut declared herself the most powerful woman in this regard, and she is currently at the center of a controversy for her recent comments on the Khalistani terrorist, which the Sikh community had objected to. Now, taking to her Instagram stories, Kangana shared a news report on a plea seeking censorship of her future social media post to maintain law and order. So this is how she remarked that is ha 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 most powerful women in this country. That's what she wrote in her Instagram story, and she added a crown emoji as well. Now, advocate Charanjit in his plea also sought the transfer of all FIRs filed against Kangana to the Car police station in Mumbai. He said that the charge sheet should be filed within 6 months, along with an expedited trial within 2 years. The remarks are not only outrageous and blasphemous, but also intended to cause riots, hurt religious sentiments. They are defamatory as they portray Sikhs in a totally anti-national manner. It also justifies the innocent killing of Sikhs. The remarks are totally against the unity of our country, and the actress deserves a serious punishment in law. They cannot be brushed aside or excused. This is what the plea read.
Yes. Now, people arriving in India by flights from countries where a new strain of coronavirus, Omicron, has been detected will need to follow certain entry rules. India announced this to check any spread of the new strain amid the COVID 19 pandemic. Now, here there was a very interesting tweet made by one of the Twitterati. They said that, see, the maid came home and said, see, there's a new virus called Amir Khan, because she could not pronounce Omicron. She said, Amir Khan, we have viruses. So I would say she's not wrong at all in that. Okay, moving on to the kind of restrictions. Here's the key information on international arrivals in India amid Omicron concerns. Every international passenger coming to India has to fill a self declaration form and show a negative RT PCR report, test report. They cannot enter India if any of these two conditions are not fulfilled. Those coming from at risk nations like South Africa had to give samples for RT PCR testing after reaching India. Anyone found positive will be quarantined and the sample will be sent for genome sequencing, a method that checks the makeup of an organism. If the person is infected with the Omicron strain, stricter isolation rules would apply. People from at risk nations who test negative will, however, have to be in home quarantine for 7 days. They'll be tested again on day 8th. These at risk countries, as of November 26, are countries in Europe, including the United Kingdom, South Africa, Brazil, Bangladesh, Botswana, China, Mauritius, New Zealand, Zimbabwe, Singapore, Hong Kong, and Israel. There will be random sampling of people from RT-PCR tests if they are arriving from nations considered not at risk. However, the samples of anyone found positive will be sent for genome sequencing and the person will be quarantined. Those coming from countries considered not at risk and whose samples have tested negative have been advised to monitor themselves carefully for at least 2 weeks. Meanwhile, in Kerala, the Kerala High Court reduces the jail term for rapist Christian priest who had got a minor girl pregnant, and made her own father take the blame. In a bid to hide his crime, Robin Matthew Vadkumcheri had forced the girl's father to confess to raping his own daughter. The father had complied. Robin Matthew Vadkumcheri had then attempted to flee the country to Canada, during which he was caught by the police. On Wednesday, December 1st, the Kerala High Court reduced the quantum of sentence that was awarded to an ex-Catholic priest and convicted rapist, Robin Matthew Vadkumcheri, from 20 years to 10 years. The case shook the public conscience after it was learned that Robin had raped and impregnated a minor girl in 2016 in what was called in the media the Kotiur rape case. The matter was heard by a single judge bench of Justice Narayana Pisharedi. In a fresh order, the Kerala High Court altered the charges against Robin from an Indian Penal Code Section 376 to Section 3761 and thus reduced the term of rigorous imprisonment to 10 years. At the same time, an appeal filed by the accused was disposed and a fine was imposed. The Catholic priest had earlier confessed to his crime and claimed that the act was consensual. His counsel even went to the extent of justifying the heinous crime by citing instances from the Puranas and Indian texts and claiming that it was normal human conduct. So, whenever they want to do something, they'll bring our Puranas into it. It must be mentioned that Robin Matthew Vadukamteri has been serving jail since February 2017. The case came to light in February 2017 after the minor victim delivered a child at a hospital in Kannur. During the police probe, it was found that Robin had raped and impregnated the victim when he was a priest at the Manathan Tawadi Catholic Diocese in 2016. In a bid to hide his crime, he forced the girl's father to confess to raping his own daughter, and he complied. Robin Matthew Vadukamteri then attempted to flee the country to Canada, during which he was caught by the police. Later, the victim and her family turned hostile and claimed that the sexual act was consensual. However, the POCSO court in Talasheri in Kannur had noted that the girl was minor and could not consent to a sexual relationship. In July 2020, the minor girl and the accused filed a joint petition seeking permission to get married. When it was turned down, they approached the Supreme Court in August this year to get married, but it was also rejected by the apex court. Look at the number of ways this man has tried to get out. The trial court had sentenced Robin Matthew to 20 years of rigorous imprisonment in February 2019. He was also fined 2 lakhs. Around 6 other accused in the case were acquitted. While handing out the verdict, the trial court said, "This is a case where Robin, by his sexual adventures, wrecked the life of a young girl. The wreckage was massive. I'm of the view that the sentence to be imposed upon him has to match with the gravity of the offenses. However, considering the fact that the child born to PW1, that is a victim, and AI is growing and the child did not have the fortune of meeting his father till date, I desist from imposing life sentence upon AI." That is Robin Matthew Vadukamteri. Now here, friends, you'll see how an innocent girl, has been raped and impregnated, and then her poor father, has been forced to say that he had impregnated his own daughter. Can you imagine the kind of atrocity, which is so similar to what happened to the nuns who were raped by Bishop Franco? And he still enjoys a very high position in the church. Yeah, back to you, David.
Yeah. Now, regards to the cryptocurrency bill in India, the government will introduce the much awaited Cryptocurrency and Regulation of Official Digital Currency Bill 2021 in the Parliament during the ongoing winter session. The bill may be introduced in the coming days. It is not on the revised list of business of the Lok Sabha for November 30th. Meanwhile, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said in Rajya Sabha that a new crypto bill will be introduced in the House after approval from the cabinet. Now, the crypto industry is awaiting a positive regulation that may permit investing and trading in crypto with certain restrictions. The buzz around the crypto bill till now has been both positive and negative. The crypto bill is one of the many items on the list of bills to be introduced in the parliament during the winter session. And last week, there was confusion and panic which gripped the crypto market in India, as the wordings of the description of cryptocurrency bill on the list was the same as last year. It repeated the government's intention to ban the private cryptocurrencies. However, opinions are divided till now as to what the government means by using the term private cryptocurrency. For full clarity, we'll have to wait till the cryptocurrency bill comes into the public domain. Now, according to Edul Patel, he's the CEO and co-founder of the crypto investment platform Mudrex. Currently, there are more than 11,000 cryptocurrencies that are traded across exchanges. There is lack of clarity in terms of what the government means by private cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ether, and other cryptos are available across centralized and decentralized exchanges. However, all of these cryptos are created by developers or companies and not by governments. So the term private cryptocurrencies is interesting because there was news about the governments coming up with their own cryptocurrency. These cryptocurrencies are known as CBDCs or central bank digital currencies. There could be a possibility that these CBDCs are public cryptocurrencies and all others be classified under private cryptocurrencies. However, it will be interesting to see what comes under the ambit of private cryptocurrency. This is what Patel told media.
Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, in Uttar Pradesh, Abdul Mobeen becomes Rajesh Yadav to lure a minor Hindu girl, forcefully converts her to Islam after marriage. The girl was named Aisha Mobeen after she was converted to Islam. Later came to know that Mobeen was already married 3 times. Yet another case of grooming jihad has come to light in Hamirpur, Uttar Pradesh. On November 30, Hamirpur police registered a case against one Abdul Mobeen, resident of village Balapur, Jarwa Tulsipur division, district, Balrampur, Uttar Pradesh, who had pretended to be Rajesh Yadav to lure a Hindu girl. The case has been registered under sections 376, 363, 366, 420, 342, 506, and 295 of the Indian Penal Code. Sections 34 or 3 stroke 4 of POCSO Act and sections 3 stroke 5 of UP Prohibition of Unlawful Conversion of Religion Ordinance Act. As per the police, around 4 years ago, in 2018, a minor girl had run away with Mobeen, who had identified himself as Rajesh Yadav. She was taken to Lucknow and then Balrampur, where she was forced to convert to Islam before getting married to Mobeen as per the Islamic rituals, which is nikah. He then took her to Mumbai. In a statement, the police said Mobeen disguised himself as Rajesh Yadav and told the minor girl that he was a Hindu. He lured the girl into a relationship and took her away. In the complaint filed by the victim's family, it was alleged that Mobeen forcefully converted her and married her. He also made a physical relationship with the minor girl without consent. She was regularly beaten up by Mobeen. The girl, who was named Aisha Mobeen, later came to know that Mobeen was already married 3 times. The family has also alleged that the accused wanted to sell the girl. The girl, however, managed to escape and reached her paternal house with her child. After learning about the incident, Bajrang Dal activists accompanied the family to the police station to file the complaint. The family of the victim has alleged that they had filed a missing report in 2018. The police had registered the complaint but did not take the case seriously. Kamlesh Dikshit, superintendent of the police Hamirpur, said a complaint has been filed at Maudaha police station by a woman that she married a man 4 years ago. The man whom she married had hidden his real identity and presented himself as a Hindu. The police had registered the complaint. Appropriate action as per the law will be taken against the accused. He further added that the investigation is underway and police would take appropriate action as per the law against whoever is involved in the case. Meanwhile, friends, we were telling you about the case where these Kerala models died in a car crash. Now, the latest is that the Kerala models died in a car crash in a bid to escape the chasing drug dealer, is what the police are saying. Now, you see, now the whole onus is moving on to the man who followed them in the car. Ansi and Anjana had died when their car rammed into a roadside road tree while they were returning home from a hotel where they had attended a party. An alleged drug dealer arrested in connection with the death of Miss Kerala 2019, Ansi Kabir, and runner-up Anjana Shajan had given the model's car a chase, leading to an accident which killed them both, police said on Tuesday. Ansi and Anjana had died on the night of October 31st when their car had rammed against a tree. Let us just look at the details. Earlier, the owner, a very suspicious character, had been questioned by the police, but immediately let go on bail. Now, one of their friends, Muhammad Ashik, later succumbed to the injuries. Another friend, Abdul Rahman, who was behind the wheel, escaped with minor injuries. Now, the Kochi City Police Commissioner, Nagaraju, told the media on Tuesday that Saiju Tangachan, an alleged drug dealer, who was following them in the Audi, arrested on Friday, was tailing the victim's car after they left hotel number 18 or Club 18 at Fort Kochi. He followed the car with malicious intention. This chase led to the accident. Nagaraju said The intention was to take them back to the Club 80. For what? That still remains hidden. Their friend Abdul Rahman, who was driving, had accelerated to escape from Saiju. Saiju had close links with a drug racket and used to supply drugs at parties. He had reportedly abused women who used to take part in DJ parties, Nagraju said. He said the police will register more cases against Saiju if women come forward with complaints. We are looking at whether police can register so moto cases in this regard. Saiju was arrested on the basis of Abdul Rahman's statement that the chase led to the accident. He was booked under IPC section 354D, which is stalking, 304, culpable homicide not amounting to murder, read with 109, abetment if the act abetted is committed in consequence. On Tuesday, a local court sent Saiju to police custody for 3 more days. According to the police, Saiju went into hiding after the accident and tried unsuccessfully to get anticipatory bail from the High Court. He had earlier claimed that he had followed the woman's car to instruct them to stay back at hotel number 18 and not drive under the influence of alcohol. The investigation shows the accident took place when they were forced to speed away due to the chase. After the party, Thangachan made some overtures, which they turned down, and then this led to a chase. The special investigation team on Tuesday submitted a report in the court saying if there was no chase, all 3 would have been alive. The court then turned down Thangachan's bail plea and extended his police custody for 3 more days. He is a drug addict and involved in many shady deals. We have information that he harassed many girls after late night parties. If they come up, we'll register more cases. We've registered 2 cases against him for criminal intimidation, culpable homicide, and other sections of IPC, said the commissioner. Meanwhile, former Miss Kerala Ansi Kabir's uncle met the commissioner on Tuesday and filed a fresh complaint against Thangachan. Now, CCTV footage has confirmed that Saiju had chased the women's car. Rahman, however, told the police that he drove the vehicle Ford Aspire at the maximum speed to evade the chasing car. He also said that Thangachan had blocked their car near Kudanur Junction and threatened them to return to the hotel. Police added the accident took place on November 1st at around 1:30, and when the driver was trying to save a motorbike, and after hitting it slightly, it turned turtle and hit a tree on the roadside. The car was mangled in the impact, and it took some time to retrieve the trapped dead bodies. Now here, what I'd like to tell you viewers is that there is a very close connection between the owner of the hotel, Roy, and the police, and the VIP who was staying there at the hotel. This is according to the Malayalam channels like Marnad Malayali. So in order to save Roy and this VIP, the police have now made this man the scapegoat. Now all the blame will go on this man who chased them, and he's according to them a drug peddler and a drug addict and blah blah. So in order to save the bigger people from this crime, look at how carefully they have manipulated the whole thing with the help of the police. The police here in Kerala, in Cochin, are hand in glove, according to the channels, with the owner of the hotel and the VIP who both wanted the women to come back to the hotel for some sinister purpose. Okay, so that's all the news for now, friends. So let me just take your comments, as well as if you'd like to join us, I'll just give you the link as well. Yeah, that's a link in case you would like to join. The Kerala beauty queen issue is reported in Deccan Herald today. Yes. Karthik, see, this is a very similar case to what's happening in Mumbai. Everything is hidden. Now all the proof, they couldn't find the, what you call the CCTV, footage. The drives have been thrown in the lake. So there's a lot of things that are happening, and all this will be hidden because the police are hand in glove with the criminals. Apparently, this hotel was used for drugs and beer parties, and all the top officials like IPS officers have been sort of invited for parties there. where young girls are called, and then they have these late night parties where these girls are also forced to get involved. I just add Runa. Welcome, Runa.
Welcome, Runa.
Hi, Jaydev. Hi, Meena. How are you
Hi.
doing?
Welcome, welcome.
I'm fine. How are you?
Very really, I get a chance to join. So today was my day off. Yeah, I
Good.
get very disappointed to hear all this, like young, two beautiful women. I mean,
Yes.
I just don't understand. Will there be any
See
end to
here,
this?
Runa, let me just tell you one thing. See, after this, after they died, I had a look at some of their, earlier YouTube, videos where they were chosen as Miss Kerala. And looking at them, I felt so sad. They did not even know, that they're going to die so soon, and because of some lecherous men who wanted to, who had nefarious designs on them. So it's very sad. When I watch those girls, I feel so sad, and they're so young. I mean, it's true. We always warn our daughters or children not to, go to certain places. But sometimes it happens in such a way that the inevitable happens. And these girls were educated. They come from good families. It's not that they were, running around loose. So it's very
Yeah,
sad.
they come from good families and they're adult. They are capable of taking care of themselves. They
Yes,
can't be so restricted in
yes,
a modern life, like you
yeah,
can't go here or you can't go there. I mean,
yeah,
you're just curtailing on the freedom of person.
yes,
There has to
yes,
be the rules. I mean, I like it's a catch-22 situation. Nowhere
yes,
I feel that the law and order is
yeah,
really in true meaning a law and order. It's all
yeah,
hand in gloves and it's all about the connections and stuff
yeah.
like that. Like how
No,
you
I
said,
just
like,
interrupt you a minute. I just want to take this comment by N. Reddy. He says, I'm really confused by SSR alive theory. That's true. It'll create history and world sees how much is left. Now, here, Mr. Reddy, I'd like to tell you very clearly there is an effort to clone SSR. This is to make the culprits go free. Now, it's very easy to do that and to train them. They've been given ample time to create a lookalike. So please do not rest on the rumors being spread by Vibhor and other people in YouTube. Kindly do not believe this. He was killed, we all know it. Now, if these people, the Mahavikas Agadi or anybody else is trying to bring a clone, we have to be even more careful to bring that out as well. So please understand that, Mr. Reddy. Don't believe all these YouTube channels that are coming out with all this trash. Yeah, back to you, Rona.
and even if it's a clone,
Yeah,
well, the crime has been committed. We need justice
exactly.
for that crime.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
no matter what it is, it was a crime, and we need justice.
Yes.
I mean, literally, when I see Shishant on the YouTube, I mean, there are short stories and clips and all. It just like heart cries. I mean,
Yeah.
when are we going to get the justice, Meena?
Yeah. Absolutely.
On 14th of December, it's going to 1.5 year. We just talking, and there is no there's no conclusion to it. I mean, when is
Yeah.
it going to close? And
And
can
one
you
thing,
just tell me a
Runa,
little bit if I
and
missed on it?
yeah, and
Mr.
funny thing,
Ghani
yeah. So
has
here,
informed
let me just tell you
CBI,
one
or
thing,
he's been
Runa.
told by CBI for
Yeah,
whatever
one
he
thing,
said.
yeah, Runa, one thing that somebody has said is that he is an undercover agent. Now he has taken that also from Sushant's diary. And they don't believe in Sushant's diary. Now they say he's going to come back, because he was an undercover agent.
He was an agent, of course, like so much of
He was.
information
He was
that
killed.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
Now they're
which
saying he's
normal
returning.
person does that, Meena? Which normal person has so much of information of so much of crime in various, in fact, in all the industries, and take the names of all the known names of the
Hmm.
country? Who does that?
Yeah.
And Dipti is very right. It's international forces. It's just
Yes.
not India. It's international forces, and we understand like why it is hush hush, because so many names will come up, and that's how it
Yeah.
works. Like,
Exactly. Exactly.
but Meena, have we done anything on that? Remember last time when we spoke about it, on that PM's letter?
No, not as yet. Not as yet. So many things coming up every day, Runa. See,
I know
I myself don't know who to trust. You see,
exactly.
you hear what Deepti is saying.
Yeah,
If you hear all that she's saying, you'll be shocked.
it's
You know.
shock. Yeah,
So I don't know myself that who to trust because all the parties are playing about.
yeah.
You know, and this is all for coming into power. The chair has become the most important thing. not people
Exactly.
of, not the dead bodies of normal people.
Exactly.
Yeah,
What did Ronnie was called by the CBI? He said like the murder happened in the bathroom. I mean, do you know anything about that?
that is what Rane said. Narayan Rane said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I mean,
he also said something wrong. He said that Disha, was thrown out of the balcony. See, we very well know that the body was nowhere near the, exactly at the apartment. It was away, way away from the, apartment, which means that somebody had planted the body there.
somebody had planted the body far
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
I mean, away
So I
from the
don't trust
compound.
what Rani says either. So who, again, it comes back to the question of who
So
to trust.
where does it leave us? I mean, I'm a little
Yeah,
confused on it. I mean, where does it leave us? Where are we heading? Where Sushant is concerned?
yeah. There doesn't, there's no sort of clear path, Runa. See, we're all thinking, and hoping that we'll get some solution, but nothing, as of now. And the only person who's been working for us, has been Samir Wankhede. He too has been pulled into this rut by these terrible politicians. So
Okay.
you don't know who.
So
Yeah, who? Yeah,
can we put any kind of pressure onto CBI? I know we can, but I'm just asking a question because mind has so many questions, like about what Dipti, like Dipti hasn't still got any response from the CBI. Um,
yeah,
as mass, can
yeah.
we request the CBI or like, put a note or whatever? Like you have something in front of you. Why don't you just deny that it's a fact? At least do that,
Yeah.
acknowledge it.
But see, one thing you would have noted, Rona, there has been absolute silence from
Correct.
CBI. So even when Deepthi went there, they avoided her. And the only question they asked was something very vague when she went to Delhi and came back. Some very vague question. So at the moment I don't trust CBI at all. So that's how bad it is.
Right. But then CBI is also directed by somebody not to act.
Yes.
You know, if it
Yeah.
is not if all what Dipti has provided, if that is not being acknowledged,
Yeah.
Nupur
Yeah.
is just playing her role.
Mm.
She's not the authority.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean,
Understood.
which door to
Understood. But
knock
she is the
is
only
my
face.
question.
Here, let me tell you one thing. There is no Twitter handle for CBI. Why? You know, why does CBI not have a Twitter handle? Everybody else has it. Whether you're talking about NCB, NIA, ED, they all have it. Why is this only this federal agency closed to public scrutiny? And why are they not responsible to the public to give us some sort of general statement? And why is the Supreme Court, which has a voice in every other thing, not questioning these people on SSR case
Yeah.
and the delay?
Like Aryan Khan's case is heard so quickly, like rightly Dipti reads from the diary, like these
Yes,
cases
yes,
are high profile cases and that gets read quickly. Well, Sushant was
yes,
highest amongst everybody. Got
yes,
to think of it.
yeah.
It's a shame. It's a shame on on this kind of system. I don't know. I
Runa,
mean,
let me just get in Shashi.
yeah.
Shashi, please come in.
Hi, good
I
evening.
totally
Hi.
Welcome.
Yeah, Runa?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just listening to this interesting conversation. So thanks for allowing me, Minaji and
yeah,
yeah, Jay.
yeah. Welcome.
So yeah, my take would be that okay, I think see if Narayan Rane being a union minister knows about the facts of SSR's and Shah's murder.
Yeah,
It's very obvious that okay, yeah, PM Modi and Amit Shah and whoever else in his cabinet will know of this for sure.
yeah, yeah,
Because I'm pretty sure if Narayan Raneji is coming and maybe seeing once in month or once in a month or maybe once in 2 or 3 months, he'll be discussing this more regularly, maybe in his cabinet meetings for sure. Okay,
yeah.
so I don't think that okay, means anybody in the central government is unaware of who are the criminals behind the SSR's murder.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah,
So yeah, that's the thing. And yeah, one other thing under CBI is okay, it comes under the Department of Personnel and Training, which
yeah,
comes directly under the PMO office. So
yes,
that way, yeah, that authority is there by the PMO office.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
think in this case, because Supreme Court has ordered CBI to come into Sushant's yeah, investigation and all that, so I think
yeah,
they will be more liable to report to the Supreme Court rather than to the PMO office.
Yeah.
So that's where I think maybe maybe I don't know what is Supreme Court has it asked for a report or something. And a couple of months back, I read that Supreme Court has asked for a CBI success report. So I don't know what is the status on that because whichever high-profile case they have taken over, I don't know if the ratio of converting that to conviction has been very high or very low or maybe average and all that.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. But yeah, all we can do is I think see now it has become more of a political
Yes.
game.
That's
I
what.
would say.
Yeah. It's moved into that.
Yeah, because in Mumbai we have the BMC coming up, BMC elections coming up in February.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that there might be some steps taken by the central government towards saying means how can they leverage on this situation. So yeah, that's what I
Now,
can
here,
think.
I just want to take a comment by Karthik. Karthik tells Savitri clones are real, but the human clones are either not made yet or the information about them is not out yet. Human cloning is illegal. Now, here, Karthik, when you say about clones, actually what we mean is that they can use other human beings and do plastic surgery and get him to look like Sushant Singh and make him act like that. Okay? So we literally don't mean clones as in making clones, you know? So it is, you can take, it's happening. See, for example, Saddam Hussein had 4 people looking like him. You know, Hitler had people like, looking like him. So it's very easy. See, what happens if they bring someone looking like SSR into the scene, then all these criminals who are in politics and Bollywood, will get a free chit. And that's what they're waiting for. Yes. Yeah, back to you, Shashi.
So is it regarding that SSR is alive? Is that the
It is this Vibor spreading a rumor. He and some other very silly YouTubers, trying to misguide people, especially people who do not have much idea.
I don't know when they will give up that idea because I heard that that guy is now planning to open up the membership for his channel, and because of that, he started this theory again, saying he will be coming back on so and so date. And I happened to just browse through that, but I think he was saying that maybe on Jan 21st or 22nd he will be back for sure. But we can never say. It could be even in December, and so that was a kind of vague.
Shashi. See, this Aditya Thackeray has also been moving to USA and all that. Okay, so these people are all traveling. Now we don't know exactly what is the politics behind this. So something will soon come out, I'm sure. Because now Shiv Sena is very, adamant to come back, to retain power. So let's see what will happen. We have to just wait. There's no way because CBI is silent, and we have no information about them, and they're only bothered about asking information from Google or WhatsApp when they already have this surplus of information about the killers.
Very true, very true. Yeah, they will have 100% because I think they have brought in a lot of technologies to investigate even SSR's house and all that. So I think even though a lot of contamination happened, but I don't think it was 100% contaminated. So maybe whatever was remaining was still captured by CBI because from what I remember, I think infrared technology and all that was being used to collect any blood stains and all that. So
even I think what in Mansukh Hiren's case, what they found in the river would have been SSR's tribe only, nothing else.
Yeah, Miti River. Yeah, Miti River. Yes. So no, not just that. There are many more actually. I would say. It's because we don't know. Maybe Palghar is one more, and then because data is data. So we will know for sure who all have been the victims at the hand of these high-handed criminals. Only when maybe one of SSR's or the victims' case are getting solved. So because all of them seem to be interrelated. Disha Sadian and then Krish Kapoor, Manmeet Grewal, so many others. So that's the take. So, but my take is that how do we keep the pressure on CBI? All over the world, I think if at all we have to keep demanding, at least we keep questioning is only through digital media. So that is something which because not all of us are staying in Delhi or not all of us are staying in Mumbai. So I think digital media's protest will still be relevant. Though yes, we will need to meet on the ground also. That's what I would say. And
Yeah.
means what I've been told is, yeah, in Twitter even today, Sushant, taglines keep trending even today after 1.5 years also. So that means to say the public is very much on it. So there might be
Yes.
many who would have left the movement, but there are several new people who have joined also.
Yes.
So that is how it works actually, because
Yeah.
I think for many years this will go on. It's just like
Yeah.
how the freedom movement started in
Yes.
1857,
Yeah.
or at least around that date, and it went on for 90 years actually.
Yeah.
So similarly, there also a lot of oppositions were there, and then those who believed in violence, non-violence, and all that. So here, there will be opposition. There will be a lot many factions that are getting created.
Yeah.
But I think it has impacted most of us,
Yeah.
because the fate of Antim and all that, right? So
Yeah.
Bollywood, I think it's in doldrums now, because see, one way public has stopped contributing money is through films, and of course, we have been boycotting products and all that. But I think once we cut down on the income from the movies and all that, then automatically those who are whichever companies are asking them to endorse their products and all that, they will also come down for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because can you see somebody who's no longer in the market endorsing some product and all that? No, obviously not. It will be the same old faces, be it education or be it whatever
See,
it could
no,
be.
let me tell
Yeah.
you one thing. See, this same person, this Vibhor, he is the one who said that this was, Sushant's death was shown on Darknet. And all these
Mhm.
actors and these politicians saw it live from their homes. And he
Yes.
keeps changing his script every time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. He means,
And every time he's attacked,
right.
he will start talking against them. See, have something. Are you on an agenda? Are you on a mission? Are you trying to get justice for SSR? Then just do that. Why are you building up stories?
He is conflicting himself. See, means I don't want to comment much. See, but I'll tell you one thing which I found was surely contradictory. Last year, he said, okay, there's a certain big film personality who is
Yeah.
involved in Hawala and all that. And this
Yeah.
year, that person got Padma Shri.
Yeah.
And he claims to be close to Modi and this and that. So that was one surely contradictory. So why will
Yeah.
Modi government or even the President of India confer Padma Award
Yeah.
to somebody who's involved in Hawala? So it's a giveaway.
No,
But yeah,
here,
those
see,
have been
here,
following.
no,
Yeah,
here, see, those
Mhm.
two awards were not deserved. Okay, so
Yeah, very much. Yeah, yeah. I'm
through some
totally
influence,
with
they
you there.
wormed themselves in. Okay, now I'm
Yes.
sure, because even when they were receiving it, I don't think, I think Modi was looking the other way and Amit Shah was looking somewhere else. They were not even clapping. So those two awards were given by influence by someone, I'm sure. Who it is,
Yes.
we need to find out. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Modi ji met a few of the awardees, but I don't think we have any photographs which show
No,
them
no, we
meeting
don't. Yeah.
from Bollywood.
Yes, yes.
So that kind of a thing, yeah, it's surely there. And
Yeah.
means I don't think they have put it on their Twitter handles also. Means at least I have
Yeah,
not
yeah.
been told of
And
that.
here, Shashi, let me tell you one more thing. See,
Yeah, yeah.
what these people did, Shiv Sena did, because people were asking, these two people to give back the award, So to
Yeah.
prevent that, what Mahavikas
Mhm.
Aghadi did was they started, trending, Kangana, please return your award. Okay, because she said,
Okay.
so what happened was that this was to hush up the other two
Right.
awards. You see, so they're this Nawab Malik and all. I don't know what sort of people they are. I don't know from which backgrounds they come. No ethics, no values, nothing. This sort of
Yeah.
level of politicians.
See, this Nawab Malik is he's a known guy. Means I think first time I heard of him was when he apologized to Anna Hazare.
Yeah,
This was way back.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I think maybe 4 or 5 years back, I read an article about him,
yeah, yeah.
and if I remember correctly, he was also booked for corruption maybe 15 years back and all that. So
Yes, yes,
yeah, so these dubious guys tend to remain in our memories.
yeah.
Whereas
Exactly.
those who have
Yeah,
done really well, maybe they are not given that limelight because of
yes,
which. But yes, see, today where is he? Today after I don't think he'll be allowed to talk on Wankhede ji for another 4 months now till March, and
yeah,
I think he has to not to make any kind of statement against Wankhede family.
yes, yes.
And that is why I think he's now behind Param Bir Singh and
Yeah,
Sachin was
yeah.
saying,
And that also, I think it's a very clever move all of them are in it together, hand in glove, and they are just trying to save each other. That's all. There's nothing more to it.
Yeah,
And they
yeah,
want
yeah.
to
Same.
speak the same
Yeah.
language. That's all.
See, if only Param Bir Singh and Vazay were involved in that extortion and all that, they should have been suspended. Of course, Vazay has been dismissed only after he was arrested. Okay, in
Yeah.
Mansukh Karim's case.
Yeah.
But why is Param Bir Singh still in the Maharashtra Police Force? He's still the DGP Home.
Exactly.
He's not been suspended yet. I read in the paper that okay, maybe suspension process has started.
Yeah.
But when the dismissal news came, it came just in a jiffy. I don't know suspension. How many days will it take? It should take maybe less than half an hour to just say you are suspended, something like that. Maybe a letter has to be typed out and then it has to be given to him. But MBA will not do that also because he will then open a Pandora's box for everything that they have done, and then it will be up to MBA to save itself rather than trying to punish
Thank you,
PBS
Shashi.
or
Yeah.
anything. Yep.
Yeah.
Not
Thanks
a
for your
problem.
comments, Shashi. Very, very right and
Thanks.
to the point.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks.
And we'll end the
Yeah.
session with this. Thank you, Shashi. Good
Sure,
night.
sure. Thank you. Good night.
Good night,
Thank
viewers.
you. Thanks.